Hi, greetings and welcome to Wellbeing Mission Control. I'm always glad you can join me right here in one of my favorite spots outside where I can just make a quick video in the sunshine. Even though, as you can probably gather, it's a little bit chilly. You guys really like to know about the temperature, don't you? Well, it's minus 24. Not too bad. It's going to go to about minus 32 later, in which case I'll probably have to go inside. But I wanted to talk a little bit about how you're using your time, because it's easy to forget how limited our time is. It's a fixed commodity, and I don't want to put a cloud onto the day's proceedings, but we don't have forever. At a deep level, we know that, but it's rare for people to stop and just inquire and consider how they're really using their time. And if you want to make perhaps better use of the time that's been allotted to you, a good place to start would be to switch off social media, except for this video, of course, because we spend a lot of time just expressing our dependency on our favorite social media channels. We do tend to get lost in some of those activities. But I thought, on a more practical note, if you're not quite ready to go cold turkey and abandon social media, you could consider how much time you're devoting to things like anger. I think most of us have this idea that somehow we have a divine right to feel what we feel and to express our feelings. It's ironic because almost everything that we feel has been grafted onto our personalities. They're artificial, they're not original. We learn a lot of our emotional behaviors from our early childhood conditioning, and those patterns can drive us and influence every single step of our lives for the rest of our days. The question I want to put to you today is, how much time do you waste just feeling angry, expressing fear and doubt and anxiety? These are fairly common emotions. And it's perhaps a little strange that these emotions are not original to us. We've been taught to feel this way. And it can be extremely useful for us to learn how to interrupt the pattern of feelings that sometimes get in the way of making life a more enjoyable, a more productive process, a more worthwhile experience. And if you can learn how to interrupt the flow of your feelings, to stop before you react, before you explode with righteous indignation and let anger overwhelm your senses, you can just stop and ask yourself if there's an alternative. From a neuroscience point of view, this simple process changes the way that you're using your brain. You go from the fear-driven part that's activating your anger to the more rational part that tends to see things more clearly. And the more you can use that logical, rational part of the brain, the less anxiety and fear you're going to experience. But it's also a fabulous way for you to arrive at the crossroads and say, what am I even getting angry for? What difference does it make? It's so bad for my health, it's so unproductive. Why am I wasting this moment expending vast amounts of energy just really harming myself and not making any progress in terms of resolving the situation or dealing with the thing that's causing me anger? If we could keep track of the minutes, the hours, the days, the portion of our life that we spend being angry and upset, we'd probably be shocked at the results. So if you are willing to introduce this simple technique to interrupt the flow of emotions, you might be very pleasantly surprised to discover that you can feel much happier, more confident, developing much more positive outlook, and becoming aware that really you do not have to feel the old habits, the old emotional habits, just as a given, as a knee-jerk reaction. You can exercise choice, and that could make an enormous difference to the quality of your life. Now, as usual, I'd love to hear what you think. I'm going to have to wrap this up because the temperature causes the camera to just freeze, and then the system just switches off completely. So allow me to wish you a wonderful week, and I shall look forward to being back with you again very soon. I'll see you again.